Homelessness and the temporary shelter village were just some of the topics discussed at McKellar Ward meeting last night, hosted by Councillor Brian Hamilton. Those items received mixed reactions from the residents in attendance. Lee Noonan has the details.
McKellar Ward residents gathered at the Slovak Legion Wednesday night to discuss issues around the ward with Councillor Brian Hamilton. With City Council's next meeting top of mind, one of the bigger topics of the night was homelessness, specifically the temporary shelter village planned for the Hilliard lands off Alloy Place. Reaction from residents was mixed, not just about the location, but about the concept as a whole.
Temporary housing is an ability for these people to get a step up in the world, is it not? It's a rotation once they've
it's
gone
also
through some programs and stuff. It's not like they're living there forever.
No.
What's going to happen if we build this and they say no? You know what? I don't want to follow your rules. I don't want to live in your temporary village. I would much rather live in my tent where I can smoke my drugs when I want, where I want. I don't have to.
And that's the question.
The math of this whole problem is really being lost here. You make 80 of these little mini houses, and how much have you really done? They were talking approximately 400 people, and I know from around Northwood that at least half of the people that were sleeping rough probably didn't make the count last year.
Other residents voiced concerns about the number of encampments popping up around the city, as well as the possibility of a designated encampment being put in the South Core.
It doesn't make sense to me is you're putting, what, $16 million to tear down Victoriaville, and now we're going to have a tent city there? This is where I am. Okay, the whole idea is just ridiculous.
Hamilton noted it's important to support businesses and residents to help them feel safe in their community, while also making sure those who live on the streets have enough support. Council will vote on whether to rescind their choice of the Hilliard location at their meeting on Tuesday night.
The vote next Tuesday will be an interesting one. It's of course in the new City Council format. To be honest, I really don't know. I've kind of, I've said this publicly, I'm at a loss to understand how council is moving. I don't think we're moving as a collective body very well. We're kind of like bumping into each other, and it's difficult to know. I think Tuesday meeting will be telling, not just on the village project, but how we want to move forward on addressing homelessness.
Lee Noonan, TBT News.